Good morning, traders. Today is Tuesday and the bell's about to ring in about 3.5 minutes. I'm going to be watching Euro US dollar on the open. Right now roughly down 0.3%. Crude oil's coming off once again, but we're starting to rebound here off this 96.60 level, and I still am long 3 contracts of the USO on that, and I'm going to hold them in expiration. I think there's another 8 days or so. Gold, I mentioned it in yesterday's video. I said I wouldn't be surprised if tomorrow, as in today, we were down 20-30 points. Well, we're down 26 points as of right now, about 1.6%. At one time we were down about 1.85%. So big move down in gold, and now we're right around the prior month's low, so that's going to be around 16.13. Keep an eye on that. You could use this level to gauge longs and shorts on the day. So the move has been made, the big move. I didn't participate in it. Let's switch to a 5 just to see if it was a clean breakout once we open today, a breakdown. And I guess you could have made a case for it, but the setup wasn't compelling enough for me to get involved. Actually, this bar right here might have been, let's see. Yeah, this bar right here. I would have got in probably on this short if I had been watching it and not reading other websites, all news articles and stuff. That's what I spend most of the morning doing, trying to get a gauge of the world markets and our economy. I always read the economic reports in the morning. I want to see exactly what's going on. And I actually read about 40 economic indicators per month, or per quarter, let's say, on an active basis. Whenever they get reported, I follow them very closely. And what I do is I have an Excel sheet, and I have a green arrow and a red arrow, and I make it simple. I have them all in order when they come out, and I put a green arrow by the ones that were better than expected and a red arrow by the ones that were worse, and that's how I can gauge to see the overall performance of the global macro environment for that week or month or quarter. So anyways, let's look at the S&Ps, which are down roughly $8.50, and we're trading at 1357 half.
Sets are ringing a little less than 45 seconds. Interesting day shaping up here. Some of the jitters about Europe have not gone away by any means. But the initial shock over the stream.
All right, here we go. We're open. Look at this fossil. Just opened down 26%, 33 points to the downside. I did a video on this. They came in line with the EPS, but the revenues were shy. And a lot of investors were watching that, and they're probably going to be outsourcing some capital to other companies right now. We're probably going to go down a little bit. I'm not sure how investors are going to take this after we make this initial drop. All right, just got an alert on Bed Bath & Beyond. Let's see what's going on with that.
Is the hope that Germany may itself avoid a recession enough? I mean, is that one reason we're seeing the euro hang on to 130 today?
Obviously, it's a little weak right now.
I think the scourge of Europe right now, what are they about? They're about harder money, stronger money. They're about trying to be sure that inflation...
Yeah, so we might watch this one for a short right here. Let's see. Yeah, reported earnings of $1.48, which were a beat on the street and seasonality adjusted. They keep guiding up, so the long-term fundamental story is bullish on here. So I do it as a day trade, but not necessarily am I going to take it home. But we do gotta hold below that 67.92 area, about 4 points off the prior week's high. Alright, here we go. Now below that 88. Now the downside's coming. I didn't get in time. There it goes. tanking. Alright, now we're meeting some support at the prior day's open, which is this yellow line you see right here, but I'm not going to take a long on that. I won't play the balance. If we're below 88, we're now bearish. So short term, we're bearish on this stock. I'm watching that Goldman as well. I'm kind of bullish short term on Goldman, at least up to that 110 level. What we do from there, I'm not sure, but we're at 109.30 right now. Okay, so I was looking at this for a reversal trade, but we didn't close below the prior bar's close. And just to mention, you know what, I'll take it. Alright, we're filled at 78, stops at that high, so I'm not risking a lot here. Anyways, when I talked about that gold trade, in this business, you don't get respect unless you put your money into your calls. So who am I to sit there and call something and not trade it myself? I'd be a coward then. So if you find anyone in this business calling out shots and they're not actually putting their money in it, don't listen to them. And of course, you're not going to catch every single trade that you call out. But if your alerts are set, you should be able to get in most of them, excluding the overnight trading session, unless you're a all-nighter and you trade those markets. All right, here we go. Start taking profits on the way down. Alright, got filled at 500. Actually, I'm going to take off 1,000. See that snapback? Having a tough time hold below that 70. Right back up. Look at that. I had to get out. I'm not going to turn a winner into a loser. This could keep going down, but it showed relative strength this morning. They were struggling getting below the 70. I'll take my $70 and get out. All right, look at that Goldman. When I was talking about it, okay, let's get at that. 109.30. It's at 110. I wasn't trading it. I was using my buying power for another trade, and that's what happens. Watching Netflix for a potential short. See, this prior high was 72, so that would have been a 25-cent risk if I was going to short it here. And we know that we're going to have to cover around the 58 because I don't want to sit through a new low. All right, watching the ctxs, probably going to take a short on this. A lot of snapbacks coming this morning. Right when you enter the trade, you'll be in the money, and if you don't take your profits on that scalp, they'll go ahead and run it back up, like the first trade of the day, ctsh. That stock's now ripping. I took 500 at 81. Here we go. Alright, got filled at 70. Little more and I'll be happy. If we could get down to 61s. Alright. Why be greedy, you know? We did get down to 61s. I made 305 on the trade. We're up 375 thus far. It's 9:53 in the morning. Gold now down 30 points. And I imagine it's going to fluctuate in this area. Maybe come back, test 1612, and just float around a little while because we are down very sharply right now. And when you're down this much, it's hard to get a rally because that's serious money coming out of this trade, and they could be pricing in a 1550 move in gold right now. So this could be consecutive day drawdowns. Alright, here is what the ES is doing. We're not far off of where we opened the day. About 2 ticks off from where we opened. So just look at the chop fest. We're in a range between 1355 and 1359, so it's not too exciting. I will not be taking a trade in this unless we get some selling pressure below 1354 or some buying pressure above 1360, which is not to mention right around the prior day's open. And then if you did get a move up here, you could probably retest the prior day's close around 1362 half. Alright, looking at this ctsh, I kind of want to short it, but I'm watching Apple and it's right around this 565.17, the prior week's low. I'm not sure if they're going to try to bounce that, and if that happened, the NASDAQ would get a bounce with it, and probably most of the other stocks, especially the strong stocks, investors would step in to start buying. This stock is definitely trading clean today. Look at these nice setups on our indicators and just look at the chart pattern. That's what we like to see. There's a 5-minute reversal candle right here. Keep an eye on this. Whenever you see these, you should be aware, especially if you're trying to long a stock. We've ran up from open of 57.21 to a high right around 60, so there's massive volume to the upside on this. But that's after we occurred a huge gap down on the earnings trade. We reported 86 cents, and that was an increase from last year. So I haven't listened to the call or anything. There was probably some down guidance. That's why you see the large down move. And if it continues to go down and breaks below the low from the initial gap, you could probably retest this low right here. And that level is 53.54. Alright, I'm pretty sure I discussed this FFIV short in yesterday's video, and now it looks like it's a good long here. I would have rather got in around 41, but it could continue getting up there to 128. I think the risk value is sucked out of it right now for me. But it could keep going up, and I'll keep it on my radar maybe for another reversal. I'm looking at this rig and I'm getting mixed signals here. One chart's telling me that I should get long, the other's telling me I should get short. Alright, the bulls won. This is only a scalp play. We have to get below 66 for this play to follow through. I'll take 1500 off if I could get hit at 62. Should be getting a fill here. We have 500 left. I got filled on my other 500 to 58. Cool. So we made 140 on that, and I think we were up 375, so 475. We're up about 515, and it's 10:28 in the morning. Alright traders, the market's now coming off hard, 16 points to the downside. We've broken below the 54, and since we got below that, 5 points straight down. Crude's coming off. It's still maintaining above the $96 level, but I'm getting nervous here because if it gets down into the 95, I'm not sure if it's going to make it back up to 100 before expiration. I'm watching this Netflix right now for a reversal. Alright, I got filled at 71.07 for a long. Alright, I'm probably going to have to exit this trade with a loss. If I get a 94 print, I am getting out. Just got slammed, lost 130 in that, and that puts us down like at 385, I think, or somewhere around there. So I have to end the video now because the video will get corrupted if I do over this time limit. I hope you enjoyed the trades that I did put on, excluding this one. I should have got out as soon as I saw that reversal candle, and the market's going to turn around, but Netflix as of right now is not participating with the market. Alright, good luck trading.